What is up, everyone? So it is the type that everyone has been waiting for. Well, when I say everyone, I mean me. I could not wait to play Mono Rock and try out the new Rock Pokemon that were introduced thanks to Pokemon Home. So just a disclaimer, this type is very bad. I love this type, but all the same it struggles a lot in the current meta. But I think it'd be fun today to do a kind of challenge to see how many victories I can get, and once I lose, I'll end the video. So expect this video to be very short. I think it could be the case. So with that out of the way, let's jump right into the team. So first up, we have Tyranitar, and this is kind of a staple on Rock. I know there's a meme going around in my community that say Tyranitar is overrated, and I'm a big T-Tar hater, though I think in Rock it is a fantastic Pokemon. I'm going to be running Assault Vest Bulky Tyranitar with 252 HP and 252 plus Split Def. With Assault Vest, this means in Sandstorm I have over 700 special defense, which is kind of crazy. It also gives you good team support with Sand, which chips your opponent's HP, as well as giving all my Pokemon a special defense boost passively. Attack-wise, thanks to the fact it is NatDex, Pursuit is back, which is really good for against Ghost and Fairies to kind of trap them and try and dispatch them quickly before they give my team too much trouble. We have Earthquake, as Earthquake is just a pretty nice coverage move. Ground is nice against Rock types, Steel types, Fire types, just so many good things. Earthquake is one of the best moves in the game, so it's nice that Tyranitar has access to it. We have Power Up Punch, which is kind of weak. It's only 40 base, but it patches up Tyranitar's kind of weak attack. I mean, 305 is not bad considering the fact it has basically no investment, but after a single power-up punch it hits 450, then like 600 and stuff, so after a few power-up punches Tyranitar can be extremely scary, and it is extremely bulky on the special defensive side. And finally we have Stone Edge just for a bit of stab. 100 base is pretty good, high critical accuracy, hit ratio is nice too, however it does have poor accuracy, but that's just the case with rock moves in general. There's plenty of things Tyranitar can do. If you want, you can run things like Dragon Tail, Fire Punch if you want a fire coverage. There's just tons of things that Tyranitar can do. Personally, I like the set, but mess around with the two if you want. Next up we have Stack Attacka. This is a pretty classic Stack Attacka for me. You've probably seen it plenty of times before on my rock teams. It's very good. I think it's an absolute staple of the rock types and it's much needed. So stat wise it is very important you build it this way with minus defense and 13 IVs, a lonely nature. So the lonely Stack Attacka seems to free his mind at night. So what I mean by this is you need exactly one defense less than attack in order to activate your beast boost to get plus attack instead of plus defense after a KO. This thing has such monstrously high defense of 211 that you actually have to have an actively hindering nature and minus IVs just to hit this point. You also want 0 speed because this is a Trick Roomer. It sets up Trick Room by itself and then can absolutely sweep like crazy. Air Balloon is important because we actually do not have any ground immunities on the team, which is very dangerous, so do be careful when you're running this team. But Air Balloon lets me live a hit, get a Trick Room up, and potentially reverse sweep my opponent. Moveset wise, we have Gyro Ball, and thinks this thing is like 31 speed. Typically speaking, this is going to be 150 base and stab. Also boosted by Beast Boost every time you get a KO, so yeah, it's crazy powerful. Heat Crashes there for Steel types and for Grass types, which give my team a lot of trouble. Stack Attacka can be quite good against the Grass matchup, so if we run into some of those today, we'll hopefully see Stack Attacka put in some good work. Earthquake again, much the same for Tyranitar, is just nice coverage to have beyond that. You can also run Stone Edge if you want. Personally, I like Earthquake a little bit more, but again, up to you what you want to run. And of course, Trick Room, you're going to set up your own Trick Room and then potentially sweep in it. Trick Room also helps Tyranitar and Avalugg as our kind of slow Pokemon too, so it's not a Trick Room team, it's like a pseudo Trick Room team. It's kind of half fast, half not. Next up we have Arcanine. I wasn't exactly sure what item to give Arcanine. I ended up on Heavy Duty Boost because this thing is weak to rocks and it does not want to get sticky webbed or toxic spiked and stuff, so it gives it a bit of longevity. I started off with Band, but I felt like I liked the versatility more of having Heavy Duty Boots. So we have Rockhead as well, which ignores recoil, meaning we can absolutely spam Flare Blitz and Head Smash to do crazy damage. These are both stab, 120 and 150 base respectively. Now unfortunately Head Smash has kind of poor accuracy and base 80, so hopefully it won't miss too much, but in testing this thing missed exactly when we needed it to. We also have extreme speed because my team, other than that, does not have priority, and its part fire typing is pretty good against things like Scizor. Now, I don't think it can necessarily live a +2 Bullet Punch Scizor quite nicely, but so you have to play carefully around that. I think it just about lives. And finally, we have Wisp for team support. So stat-wise, we are max attack adamant with the rest pumped into speed. It has a decent speed tier. With plus speed, it actually does outspeed some crucial speed tiers, but Honestly, it's just not fast enough for my liking, so I figured I'd forego the plus speed nature and go for a plus attack nature and become much more of a wall breaker instead. Next up we have Cleaver, and I cannot stress how important Cleaver is to the team. This thing is incredible. So its base speed is mediocre at best with base 85. With Choice Scarf, however, it's respectable, not amazing, but respectable. And its base 135 attack is decent. Like, you might think that's not the strongest Pokemon in the world. Why is this so good? Well, because of its ability, Sharpness. Sharpness multiplies 1.5 times the power on slicing moves, which includes Stone Axe, X-Scissors, and Aerial Ace. So Aerial Ace is base 90, X-Scissors is base 120, and Stab. Stone Axe, I think it's like base 92.5 or something off the top of my head, and Stab. As well as that, it also sets up Stealth Rock on my opponent's side of the team. Now, unfortunately, it being a rock move, it means it does not have good accuracy. 90% is pretty good, but missing your Stealth Rocks is extremely, extremely unfortunate and really hurts to see. However, this thing is super good against flying, which surprisingly can be a tough matchup. Super good against grass, super good against just fire. So many good types that you think that ordinarily rock would win against, but can still struggle with. Cleaver is so good. Aerial Ace is also pretty good against fighting, and thanks with part bow typing, it takes neutral damage from fighting, so you'd be surprised what this thing can hit super effectively. Base 60 is usually pretty poor, but base 90 super effective, can take care of a lot of less bulky physical fighting types. And finally, we have close combat for the steel types, because of course steel is still a very, very tough matchup. Avalugg is an interesting case. It's pretty much the exact same Avalugg you'll see on ice, with Recover, Rapid Spin, Iron Defense, Body Press, Heavy Duty Boots, and Sturdy. Max HP, max defense, this thing is an absolute juggernaut of a tank. This thing can easily live most physical attacks in the game, even ones that are potentially 4 times effective like fighting and steel. It can sometimes shrug off just due to its sheer bulk. With Iron Defense, it makes this thing almost unkillable on the physical side, and Body Press will do a ton of damage. Rapid Spin is also there for team support, and you can recover back as much HP as you want. Now, its speed def is pretty poor with a 108, however it is slightly patched up thanks to Tyranitar giving it Sandstorm boosted special defense, but you do not want this thing taking any special attacks. It pairs nicely with Tyranitar too. As you can see, this thing cannot affect ghost types at all. It has only normal and fighting attacks. However, Tyranitar can pursue trap those pesky ghosts for you, so these two work very nicely as a defensive core. Now, I do think the added ice type to Avalugg is strictly a hindrance. I think if it wasn't ice type, I think if it was pure rock or like rock steel or rock ground or even rock normal, rock anything, I think would be better than rock ice. I think the ice type is purely a hindrance to it, unfortunately. However, we have to work with that all the same. I don't necessarily think this Pokemon's amazing, but I thought it'd be cool to throw off the 3 new Hisuian Pokemon in like one team. And finally, we have Mega Diancie, which is kind of my speed control in the team. Its hazard control, surprisingly bulky, especially before Mega Evolving. It has a decent defense and special defense, especially patched up with Tyranitar's Sandstorm. We have Calm Mind to further increase my special defense and make this thing a very, very strong attacker. So 419 special attack is stupidly good, and 350 speed is pretty nice too. After a Calm Mind, this thing can easily sweep a lot of teams, and it doesn't have to worry about hazards or any status effects of stuff because it does a magic bounce, so it bounces back Toxic, T-Wave, Glare, Spore, all that kind of nice stuff. We don't have to worry about that. It makes Diancie fairly unhindered, and we can just start blasting. Moveset wise, you also have Earth Power. Again, you're sick of me saying Earthquake with Stack Attack and Tyranitar. Both Earthquake or ground attacks like Earth Power are super important on a rock team. We have Mystical Fire as well to deal with Steel types like Ferrothorn and stuff. Absolutely melt this. It's also pretty good against grass types. And finally, Moonblast for the fighting types, the dark types, and just generally very, very reliable, strong stab move. So that's going to be the team today, and I'm looking forward to seeing how many victories we can get. Hopefully we at least get a few. This video isn't like 5 minutes long, because if it is, I'll probably have to scrap this entire thing and try again. But before I jump into some games, I want to ask you, what is your favorite new rock type introduced in Generation 9? Mine is easily Garnacle. It's probably, or Garganacle, Garganachi, whatever you want to call it. It is easily one of my favorite Pokemon, probably ever. I just thought it was a really, really, really cool design. I love big rock salt golem thing. Amazing Pokemon in competitive. I used it in game, and just a great design. So yeah, a contender for one of my favorite modern Pokemon. So with that out of the way, let's jump into some games. So our first game is against Mono Dark. Now I do have some useful tools for this. I think Arcanine's actually pretty good, as well as Diancie. I really hate fighting Sableye, and I also do not like fighting Greninja. Avalugg I guess is okay. I kind of want to open up with Arcanine, just in case they open up with their Sableye. They open up Tinglu. Not a good start for me. I guess I Wisp this, actually. I probably died to Earthquake, but that's fine. As long as I have Diancie healthy, I do think I can easily take care of Sableye. Yeah, I missed. Great. Fantastic start. You'd love to see it. I can spin those away, though, so it's not the end of the world. You can't do a huge amount to me, and I'm going to head smash you. I'll take this head smash. 96% is pretty fantastic. They do have Rocky Helmet, kind of annoying, but it's okay. We take care of Mandibuzz. Tinglu comes back in. I'm willing still to Wisp this. I know Earthquake KOs, but I think it helps me set up a lot in the endgame. Now the question is, do I go into Diancie here and try and set up? No. I think I go Avalugg. Obviously, they know I'm going to spin here. I'm going to try and spin anyway. They go into Sableye like 9 times out of 10. Oh, they Heavy Slam. Considering that is quote-unquote 4 times effective, that did absolutely no damage. With Body Press here. They get their rocks back up, and now they go into their Sableye. So I'm going to try... I'm going to go into Diancie here. Please don't Heavy Slam, please don't Heavy Slam, please don't Heavy Slam. Excellent. That is just what we wanted to see, and we're going to Mega Evolve here into Moonblast. Now obviously Muck could come in. Muck's not a huge threat to me. Greninja is. Meowscarada is a big threat too, actually. I didn't really think about how big of a threat this is. I guess we sack Avalugg. 2 Flower Trick. Yeah, that's going to die, right? That lived. Hey, we'll take those. Now the question is, what does this do? Probably tries to burn me. So I kind of want to go Diancie here. They Calm Mind, that's fine. I'm going to Moonblast. That did a lot. Now, based on the fact that's a crit, Earth Power does not KO, but we can go Avalugg here. That was strong. I think we Iron Defense once. By the looks of it, Sableye isn't going to be doing too much damage, and I think I always have T-Tar as an answer to it. Meowscarada, however, is a big threat, and I do have to be quite cautious of that. I think Cleaver lives one. Sableye comes in. I want to recover once just because this is my best answer to Meowscarada. And we're going to go Tyranitar here, block the Prankster Wisp. Yep, that's blocked. Do some decent damage thanks to Sand and Burn Shape. Just going to Pursuit here. Okay. Mega Evolve is the right play there to get the burn off for real. That said, there's not a huge amount I don't think they can do against Diancie. Part of me wants to just set up my Calm Mind here to live Greninja. Meowscarada comes in. We know from previous experience that Avalugg lives, but the question is, do I value Diancie anymore? I feel like no, I don't. Because we get an Avalugg here. I'm going to spin. That way I can outspeed Mach if it comes in. The great thing about Flower Trick is that's technically a critical hit, which means it can't do more damage than that. It can't critical hit over that, if that makes sense, which is fantastic for me. I'm going to Iron Defense. I am faster than you now. Drain Punch shouldn't do a huge amount. 15 is pathetic. And we're going to Body Press here. As they end up forfeiting. Not too bad. Avalugg is actually surprisingly good again on Rock. I don't think it's fixing Rock necessarily, and I think the Ice type is, if anything, a hindrance. However, I do think I like the playstyle of like super defensive here on it. And with that, let's look for another game. So here we have some Mono Electric, and honestly, I'm kind of scared by this Electrode. They can use Chloroblast to destroy most of my team. Rising Voltage Raichu is also going to be very, very scary, so I think I have to play my Tyranitar quite well here. Honestly, this whole team looks like mega threatening. I'm going to try and open up with Cleaver. Get some early rocks down, as well as a powerful Stone Axe can be quite nice. I think Staka is going to be like incredible in the end game, But I don't have also much of an answer to Iron Hands, so yeah, that's going to be kind of scary. I'm just going to go ahead and get a Stone Axe up here immediately. It doesn't KO, but it does a hefty chunk. And whatever coming in is going to take a lot of damage here. Rotom Wash comes in. Are you Defog? I'm assuming you're Defog. I'm going to Stone Axe you anyway. Yeah, this is fine. I'm okay to just Stone Axe you again and again. As long as I have my rocks up, I am more than happy to continue doing this. In fact, I think that's the most value that Cleaver can... Of course I missed. That's the one problem with Stone Axe. Like 95% chance of hitting your rocks is not good. Okay. At least Rotom is very low when it comes back in. This thing's a mega threat. I think Diancie lives one. The Vault Switch. Okay. Honestly, you can say I did not expect that. Hisuian Electrode comes in. Now this thing is scary. We'll go Arcanine. I think it might live a Leaf Storm or Chloroblast, depending if it's Specs or not. That looks like Specs damage. We're going to Extreme Speed here just to get a decent bit of damage. Okay. So they're weakened right now. They are in a position where technically I could set something up for game, but I don't think I want to necessarily set up my Diancie yet. So I'm going to go to Cleaver again and just get down my... You know what? X-Scissors might be the play here. I'll X-Scissors. I kind of like U-turn too, but X-Scissors is 120 base, thanks to Sharpeners. It can't miss, which is super good. It'll kill Rotom if it comes in and tries to defog away the rocks. Kills Raichu. I'd probably 2 KOs Tapu Koko. Okay, my rocks are here to stay. That is what I want to see. My concern is if they go into Iron Hands here and they set up Swords Dances, do I just lose? Perhaps yes. Now I am actually slower on Avalugg, which sucks, and this thing obviously dies to a close combat or a Drain Punch. Yeah, that's fine. Diancie can come in. I'm going to non-Mega Evolve Moonblast first, because I do live a Drain Punch this way. That's Vest. That is Vest damage, if I've ever seen it. So it looks like we're going to have to set up a Tapu Koko if realistically we want to win the game. Let's go Cleaver here on the U-turn. The crit's actually kind of good for me here, because it means Iron Hands can drain less HP from me. Kind of a weird one, but it works weirdly in my favor. I'm just going to close combat for 13% is terrible. I was going to say decent shit, but that's bad. Now, the question is, do I lose here? The answer is most likely yes. So I think Drain Punch KOs me. So we're going to Mega Evolve Moonblast. Leaves it pretty low. Oh, I live. That's surprising. I could have Calm Minded first, but I don't think it makes much of a difference because Coco's going to force me to swap out all the same. Actually, all I need is 1 Trick Room turn up. And that's very manageable. I'll go T-Tar. I think I value keeping that as a sack. 26 is... It's pretty strong. But we're Earthquake. 738 Spadef is kind of crazy. Now the question is Raichu Focus Blast? The answer is 9 times out of 10, yes it is. So I think I have to rely on it missing my Stack Attacker to win. Oh, Electrode. This could be the opening I need. Going to Diancie here on the Leaf Storm. Easily live. Staka easily lives. We Trick Room into Earthquake, into Earthquake, into Earthquake. And that should be the game. Even with a crit, I'm pretty sure this lives. It's neutrally effective, and I get the Spadef boost from Sand. So that's exactly the turn I needed. I think the only real play they could have done is going into Raichu. I guess it could be like Balloons Thorn. In which case Gyro Ball might not OHKO, and that could change the outcome of the game, but I think that's quite unlikely. They missed Leaf Storm. Don't think that makes a difference. I'm going to Gyro Ball here. Actually, I'm going to Heat Crash just on the off chance it was Balloon and I wanted to pop it. Heat Crash could have also killed the Raichu if for some reason they went into that. And this looks like it should be game right now. Rocks will break any potential sashes they have. Are you Balloon? Quark Drive. You're not Balloon, so take an Earthquake. Out of curiosity, I want to see how much Gyro Ball, what its base power was. GG. Another nice victory for Rock. Let's hope that continues because this type is not very good. I don't necessarily think these new Pokemon are even that good, but I'm enjoying using them, so let's look for another one. Well, all good things have to come to an end, and now we're against Mono Grass. So Mono Grass became a huge amount more threatening this generation thanks to Lilligant. Now I think I open up a Deontay just in case they do open up Lilligant. Because this outspeeds, there might be Sash. I'm going to Moonblast all the same, and the reason I like Deontay opening is because if they opened up Ferrothorn, I can also Mystical Fire KO them. Now of course Venusaur is a threat to my team, but Moonblast here is pretty strong all the same. Yeah, they're Sash as expected. Are they Sash Victory Dance? Yes. I'm trying to think, what's the weakest link in this game? I guess Cheetar. They don't seem to have many special attackers outside of Venusaur, and even still Cheetar couldn't KO that. We also trade here, which is quite good. And I'm gonna try getting Arcanine. I was thinking Cleaver, but Cleaver gets kind of walled by Ferrothorn, which I don't like. I should live. One. I should live a Grassy Glide. Honestly, Cleaver and Staka are being opened up a lot in the end game as well, actually. Nice. Crit definitely did not matter. Sceptile comes in. Okay, your Grassy Seed. I'm going to Head Smash you anyway. That crit mattered, I think, because they have the Grassy Surge. I'm pretty sure that crit mattered. Maybe I'm wrong. I feel like it did. Either way, we go in Lavalug here. We're going to Iron Defense once. Iron Defense twice. Earthquake's going to do like 20. Unless they're Drain Punch, random drain. I'm going to Body Press here actually. I don't want to get too cheeky while things like Gelmize are about. That lived. Wow. Bulky. Don't crit. Nice. Okay, that's pretty good for me. Now Staka opens up a lot in the end game. So does Cleaver actually. I'm kind of worried what Gelmize is going to do to me. I feel like Anchor Shot might just ruin my game. Actually, this thing is so hard to break too. There's no way he crushes any kind of damage. And they're Giga Drain. Okay. I guess Aerial Ace is the play. It's 90 base, super effective. Or is this more better? I think Aerial Ace is stronger against Gelmize. X-Scissors is... I guess there's no reason to use X-Scissors. I kind of want to get my rocks up at Stone Axe, but I'm just going to go straight for an Aerial Ace here. 53 is not bad. And it should put it in range of Deontay. Especially after a Calm Mind. After a Calm Mind, I think I live Giga Drain. And Earth Power might KO back. Now, of course, they can go Ferrothorn here. That's fine. I think Mystical Fire into Mystical Fire kills Gelmize and Ferrothorn. Part of me wants to double. But if I double on a Giga Drain turn, I just lose. So I think I need the Ace damage here. Oh, this is a tough turn. Yeah, I guess I don't value Cleaver too much. If it can't Oko Venusaur, it's kind of useless in the end game. I just need to put it in range of Deontay. This is why I kind of wanted to keep Tyranitar earlier on. The Giga Drain again, that's fine. This is now in range, I think, of a +1 Earth Power. So we're going to Calm Mind. They're not going to get a huge amount of HP back because Deontay's HP pool is minuscule. This is fine. The Calm Mind helps a lot here with Mystical Fire. I think Mystical Fire also KOs Delmize. I hope it KOs Delmize. I guess if it doesn't, it's not the end of the world. Yeah, this should KO, right? Nice. Then I'm pretty sure Earth Power KOs, yeah, the Venusaur. If the Giga Drained, unless it was a crit, it wouldn't have KO'd me thanks to my Spadef boost. Also, I only have 241 HP, so they're not going to get a huge amount back, so I definitely think overall I win that trade. It is unfortunate we got the crit Earthquake on the Arcanine. Now, I know it's 4 times effective, but I think because of Grassy Surge halving the damage, I feel like Arcanine just might have lived, but maybe not. I can calculate at some stage. And with that, let's look for another game. Alrighty, here we are again against another Monograss. I can't imagine this one's going to go as well. I think I got lucky with the last one, but this one is looking like a mega threat. We're going to open up the Arcanine, just because I think it's the only Pokemon that they can't necessarily OHKO right off the bat. We know Avalugg should live, Meowscarada will enough, so if they go into Meowscarada and want a Flower Trick, I always do have Avalugg. What's a key component in this team? Stack Attack is key in this team. I think so is Cleaver, as well as Arcanine. And you know what? Deontay's pretty good too. They might have Earth Power. I kind of want to head smash them, just do a chunk of damage. Of course it misses, because Arcanine is a massive disappointment. Ah, that sucks. We'll go Deontay here. It really sucks to have to do this early. They Synth, that's fine. I'm going to Calm Mind once before Mega Evolving just to reduce the damage of Sludge Bomb. And now I'm going to Earth Power. Whimsicott comes in, this is fine. It cannot Encore me because it'll bounce it back. U-turn. Moonblast will do a decent chunk to whatever comes in. Honestly, this is an okay position. I mean, if you want to give me Ferrothorn, I'm fine with that. Of course, they're probably going to Rillaboom here. That is most likely their play. Now, do I value Deontay? I think yes, I do. What do I not value? I guess Avalugg. In fact, it might even live too. Just about thanks to Grassy Surge, it looks like I could live. Nope. That was a low roll. Unfortunate. I don't think Arcanine lives. That's 513. That I don't think lives. I don't know if anything lives. I guess Stack Attack it does live. But it's such a good Pokemon that I don't want to give it up right now. We Heat Crash. It does okay damage. We can get my Deontay out again. Bounce that back and get a little bit of HP. Yum yum yum. I'm going to Moonblast just in case they swap out. They stay in. Okay. No drop for me. That is super unfortunate. And I kind of want to Calm Mind once here. Please live Sludge Bomb. Yes. No! No! I was really playing with fire there. I guess I deserved this. I don't even think Head Smash KOs here. Realistically speaking, I don't think Head Smash KOs, and I think Rillaboom could just win the endgame. Yeah, there's nothing. This thing sucks. I'll burn it, I suppose. Just a tiny bit of chip damage is not necessarily bad. But why is this so weak? And why does it miss every time? Ah! It's driving me insane. I'll get my Cleaver and try to get my rocks down. Or do I go for an Aerial Ace here? Aerial Ace is pretty good against their entire team. I want rocks down. I want to limit their swap in as much as possible. Let's go back into Arcanine. Start head smash. I'm really getting sick of you, Arcanine. I'm really getting fed up with you right now. They don't manage to poison me, that's good. Even if I get like a tiny bit of extreme speed chip on Rillaboom, I'll take it. I'll honestly take it. 29's okay. Yeah, maybe Cleaver wins the endgame actually. Maybe just about. I'm going to Heat Crash here. I think I have to. Wait, do I die? I don't die to 2 Grassy Glides, do I? I could potentially Trick Room. No, I Heat Crash. Yes. Great turn for me. Now, They would hammer, I think. So I sack Tyranitar. Or they Superpower or something like that. Yeah, they didn't Grassy Glide that turn. Because they know I would win if they did. I'm making X Scissors. Into X Scissors, into X Scissors. Is this game mine? If they outspeed and kill me, this is fine. I think because I get my Trick Room up here. I should live Flower Trick into Grassy Glide pretty easily, I think. I'm pretty sure I live Grassy Glide. I mean, Rillaboom's not that strong. I have 396 defense. Yeah, I live this easy. GG. As long as they don't crit me. Even then, there's a crit kill. Crit definitely killed. GG. Close game. Happy to say I've beaten another grass team. Now, we haven't fought any steel or honestly, bug is quite threatening too. Or flying. Flying can be oddly hard. Arcanine, definitely the biggest disappointment on the team. I remember talking before about making like a most disappointed Pokemon tier list, and Arcanine, you're quickly approaching number 1. Just be warned right now. So let's look for another game. So here we have a game against Mono Psychic. Again, I think that Cleaver is really fantastic against their team. That said, I'm like giga scared of Gallade. Gallade is just a ridiculously strong monster, and I think it 6-0's my team. Simple as. We're going to open up with... Actually, I have Tyranitar a lot here too. I think I'm going to open up a Cleaver, maybe regrettably so. I kind of don't want this thing taking too much damage, but I also kind of want Stone Axe against them. Please don't burn me with like Scald or something here. Please don't burn, please don't burn. It KOs. Cleaver, you suck. That's really bad for me. That's like really, really bad for me. I'm going to Calm Mind once here. I easily live a Scald. You know what? I think I just threw the entire game, actually, by giving them Cleaver. All for some greedy rocks. And it burns, it's fine. We'll Moonblast here. Obviously, Tapu Lele outspeeds, comes in. We're going to take in T-Tar and Pursuit Trap it. Even if they Moonblast, it's not going to do a huge amount. That's okay. Or Pursuit Trap you. 55, okay. Hatterene. I want to Power Up Punch into Stone Edge. It's kind of a weird play. I'm really biding my time just to lose to Gallade, I think. Mystical Fire does no kind of damage. Wow. Rock move hit once in your life challenge. Impossible. It crit's pretty good. Part of me wants to Pursuit Trap this, but I also want this dead. Again, biding my time for this absolute monster to come in and just 6-0 me. I guess Avalugg is very expendable here. If they... Okay, I was hoping they'd be like close combat, because at least then they lower their defense. There is nothing, and I mean nothing I can do against this. I can try Wisp. They're going to KO me right with Drain Punch. Okay. They go into Mr. Mime. Is it to spin away their rocks? Maybe they think I'm Scarf. I guess in a world where I can set up my Stack Attacker against Gallade is how I win, right? I just have to have my Trick Room up against Gallade. I think that's the only way I win. They just get that all back. I mean, I have to outspeed here with Diancie, otherwise I lose. It's a speed tie as well, so it's possible. Okay. This is a weird play. I think I intentionally throw my Diancie. Is that how I do this? No, because they're going to U-turn now. They just take in Victini and U-turn into Gallade and win, right? They have to U-turn here. They V-create. Oh, this is a tough play. I guess on V-create I could go into Stack Attacker. I have to have Stacka in against Gallade. Let's Power Up Punch here. Come on. Kill this. Take in my Stacka. We Trick Room. I'm still slower than you. Gyro Ball obviously kills. And now +1 Gyro Ball might actually kill this. It's 150 base. It has to kill, right? That's so strong. Yes. Amazing. All I wanted was that Stacka in that position to kill the Gallade. I guess this is your point. Never give up. Rock can still win no matter what the matchup is. It's possible for Rock to win. I shouldn't have sacked my Cleaver so early. I don't even think the rocks were worth it. Especially because they spun them away with Mr. Mime. If I saved that for later, I could have like air slashed or aerial cut, aerial aced the Gallade. I'm pretty sure that KOs. So here we have a game against Mono Dark, and I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm getting really sick of seeing Meowscaradas right now. This is gonna be a tough opening. I definitely need to keep my Avalugg healthy to spin away potentially the toxic spikes or whatever it is that Overquill wants to throw my way. I guess I open up with Sableye, sorry, my Cleaver here. I'm okay with this being burnt, I suppose, as long as I get my rocks up. It's pretty good for me because I'm going to do a decent chunk of damage as well. 32 is not bad. We can go Diancie here, potentially. On the Mega Evolve into Knockoff, you can't knock me off. And we just get a free Moonblast. This Moonblast is hella free. I can still keep my Cleaver healthy. And honestly, it doesn't look like they have any fantastic answers to rocks. 47 is really good, actually. Do they get their own rocks up here? Maybe they do. I kind of don't want rocks on my side of the field. I'll go Avalugg. The Earthquake doesn't do too much. I'm going to Body Press once. If they go into Sableye, that's fine. I can always go into Diancie. Not bad. Let's spin. I guess I am taking small chip every time I go in here into my Diancie, and we don't want them to knock off my heavy duty boots. They recover. No worries. I'm Moonblast. 97 is really good. The Metal Burst, I was not expecting that. The worst part is I was considering also going for a Calm Mind that turn. That's really bad for me. Either way, Flare Blitz, take care of this. Meowscarada is kind of a threat, actually. Overquill. I'm going to Head Smash you. Should do a decent chunk of damage. 65 is not bad. You don't die to extreme speed, I don't think. No, you don't. I'll Flare Blitz. Just for more accuracy. I'm not worried about these. I get my Avalugg and spin afterwards. So I'm not too scared of them. Meowscarada, kind of a threat. I'm going to Wisp you here. In case you go for a Flower Trick and I live. I think I do. It's neutrally effective. Oh, interesting. The burn there helps a lot. I think it helps me live on Avalugg. And I know it's 4 times effective, but Avalugg is 513 defense, so I easily live, get rid of their rocks and their spikes. That gets rid of so much of their effort, actually. And now thanks to the speed boost, I might actually outspeed you. I'm going to Body Press here. Okay. That's fine. Again, I think Staka is the endgame. Whoa, close combat. Thanks to the burn, it lives. That's unfortunate. We're close combat again. Oh, do we lose now? Does Sucker Punch just win? I feel like Sucker Punch just wins here. Ah, unfortunate. The Metal Burst play was fantastic, don't get me wrong. I might just, like, literally just live Sucker Punch. No, I needed like a roll. I'll Power Up Punch. It's not impossible to win. It's unlikely, but not impossible. I have 2 turns left to Trick Room. I just have to live Earthquake from Ting-Lu. I don't think I'll live Earthquake from Ting-Lu. Or do I outspeed Ting-Lu? I think I'll lose here, right? I'll pop again. Yeah. We lose. It's a very close game, though. Obviously, Moltres comes in, we Stone Edge, but then they just go into Brick Break on Meowscarada and win, unfortunately. Could I have played that better? Yes, I should have Moonblast. I should have Calm Mind exactly on the turn I said with Diancie that I could Calm Mind. There was literally no losing play there. There was no reason not to Calm Mind. It would have KO'd Ting-Lu. There's nothing that Sableye could have done against me. I guess Meowscarada could have come in, but then I could have always swapped into my Avalugg. So I think I have to take this loss. I think this loss is entirely on me. It was preventable, sadly. Yeah, I just lose here. I'm drawing this out. GG. You do. This turn, I think, threw it all. The Moonblast into Metal Burst. Also, it was a bad roll, maybe. Maybe I'm just kidding myself and I'm like, it's a bad roll, that's why I lost. I lost because I got outplayed. My opponent played really, really well. But I am kind of curious to see exactly how much Mega Diancie does offensive Moonblast. It's a 6.3% chance of an Oko. Okay, like it was really, really low chance of an Oko. And it had full HP at the time. Yeah, it did. That's assuming it's that Spadef. It probably is. If it was 0 Spadef, maybe I doubt it, but 81% chance of an Oko. I'm kind of curious. You do. I need to message them. Just out of curiosity. I'm very curious with the roll in my favor. They might even respond. And that's fine too. They don't owe me a response. Either way, I'm pretty happy how that turned out. Unfortunately, I only got, what, 4 victories? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 victories and a loss. It's okay for Mono Rock considering it's considered one of the worst types in the game. Overall, definitely one of my favorite types. Do these new mons fix the type? I think Cleaver absolutely does. Thank you. So it's 112 Spadef. So it was an 18% chance of an Oko. Yeah, that's very much not in my favor. That's okay. Cleaver definitely is the best new Pokemon, I think, introduced to Rock. In theory, Arcanine is pretty good. I just think in practice, maybe Heavy Duty Boots is not the best item for it. Maybe I could do something else besides that. I just didn't see it working too well for me this time. And Avalugg, kind of bad, but also kind of fun. I guess Rock, it doesn't necessarily need like a Juggernaut defensive Pokemon, but it doesn't hurt it as well. Body Press is good against Steel types. It can, unfortunately though, it is Ice type, which actively hinders it. If it was literally any other secondary typing, or just no secondary typing, even pure Rock would be better. I think the Ice type literally only makes it worse. It makes it resist Ice, but I mean, who cares? What kind of physical Ice threats really are there? There's Cloyster, I guess. There's Darmanitan, but even still, they probably just have ways to work around the Avalugg. Either way, very fun type. Definitely my favorite type in the game. So a bit of bias there, and hopefully you enjoyed. If you do, definitely leave a comment or subscribe. It helps me out so much as a small creator. I'm on the way to 1,000, hopefully by the end of the year. Maybe an unrealistic goal, but it would be fantastic to see. I've been doing this for 3 years now, and I absolutely love what I do. So definitely help me out if you do enjoy. With that, I'll catch you next time, everyone. Take care, and have a good day.